In this video, I'm going to see whether it's possible to 100% all of Ultrakill in under 2 hours and refund the game. Now what this means is I'm going to be going through every single level in the game, P-ranking all of them on the hardest difficulty, and then I'm going to go back and get every single secret, complete every single challenge, and beat every single secret level. And I'm going to do this by any means necessary. This will become important later. Is this possible? Well, you'll have to wait and find out. Now I already know what you're thinking. You've seen the video. I'm stealing this idea. And you're right, I am stealing this idea because I think I can do it better. Also, I spoke to Gronf about this, so he knows that I'm doing this. Put your pitchforks down. Now with all that being said, I need to create a new Steam account and actually buy a new copy of Ultrakill for this to be possible. Now when creating my Steam account, I needed to come up with a name that truly represented the challenge at hand. Yeah, that seems good. With my fresh Steam account made and Ultrakill newly purchased, I'd have to open the game and get going because oh my god, I am on a tight timer. Now of course, Hakita doesn't care that I'm on a tight timer. Ultrakill opens with the slowest intro sequence known to man. Like honestly, this thing is so painfully slow when you know that your time is limited playing this game. If you're wondering why I have Jacket installed, well that's because I install all of my mods directly to my Ultrakill files on my PC. So despite the fact that I'm on a new Steam account, my PC still loads all of the mods I have installed. Don't worry, this doesn't affect how fast I can beat the game at all. Most of my mods are just stupid shitposts that have no impact on anything whatsoever. With that being clarified, we complete the stupid intro sequence, blitz the tutorial in about 3 seconds, and then move on to actually playing the video game. About 2 minutes into the damn video. There really isn't much special about P-ranking 0-1. It's the first level in the game, and by association, it's the easiest level in the game. The only enemies in this level are Filth, Strays, and a random Maurice at the end of the level. The one interesting thing to note here is I only have the default revolver. Since this is a new save, I don't have access to all of my weapons from the get-go like usual. So it kind of complicates things a little bit, except no it doesn't because the level's not very hard. So we just run through it, P-rank it as fast as possible, and move on over to 0-2. A small thing of note here, I have to menu pretty quickly in this entire run through. I've got to buy all of my alternate weapons and all of my variants reasonably fast because every second matters. 0-2 is actually quite interesting because there's a lot I can do in this level. I can either go for the P-rank, do the challenge and get the shotgun early, or go and do the secret level. Now I chose to just P-rank it for this run through, and that's because I have a very specific route that's going to become more obvious later. You'll start to see what the by any means necessary actually means when I come back to 0-2. 0-3 really has nothing special about it. We run through the level itself instead of just skipping to the end for once, and then destroy Swords Machine. Because Sword Machine isn't a difficult fight, even if you've only got default revolvers and nothing else. I guess we get the shotgun here, that's cool. Now 0-4 is so much more interesting than every level so far. It is a straight line, and 3 of the 4 rooms in that straight line have enemies in them. Yeah, editing me here. Why did I say that 0-4 only has 4 rooms? I mean, like, if you count the corridors, there's at least like 7. I'm counting this off the top of my head from memory. That's probably wrong as well. I don't know, I just don't know why I said 4. So we P-rank 0-4 and then move on to 0-5, which is an interesting level purely because I now have Sword on. And I quite like Sword on. I mean, I guess the boss is there as well. Oh no, Brutal Cerberus, oh no, and they're dead. It's not that hard, guys. It's 2 Cerberus, it's not that hard. So yeah, we've P-ranked all of Prelude, and we can now move on to the actual main game and start P-ranking Limbo. Ah, Limbo. It's where Ultrakill truly starts. It's where the levels finally start to get difficult. No, I can't even keep up this lie. Like, cool, drones are in the game now, I guess. We get the nail gun. I don't care about this weapon. If you've seen my channel, you know how I feel about the nail gun. This weapon sucks. I'm just not going to use this until I get the swordbow launcher, and then I'm going to use that. There is, very important this slab. Very important. I want this slab. Other than that, it's a level. I P rank it. It took like a minute. For the most part, 1-2 is pretty similar to 1-1, except street cleaners are now thrown into the mix. There is this interesting thing where if you don't pick up the nail gun in 1-1, it will respawn right here in 1-2. It doesn't make much sense as to why it does that, but it does. There you go. So anyway, we go through 1-2, the normal route, not using the secret route for once, but then we do go on a detour to go to Cancerous Rodent, and then Very Cancerous Rodent, because again, I want these slabs. Other than that, we just clear the level normally, get the P rank, off we go to 1-3. 1-3 gets the award for being the weirdest layout in the entire game. I mean, honestly, if you go down the blue route in this level, it kind of makes sense, but if you go down the red route, halfway through the red route, you end up halfway through the blue route, and then you have to do like a weird double take where you reach the end of the blue route and then go back to the start of the blue route, or the other. This level's layout makes no sense, and I'm not even going to talk about like the enemies themselves because it's more of the same old, but soap. This level's got soap. And also, since I'm P ranking, I have to go from both the red and blue routes, which means I already unlock Agony and Tundra, so I may as well go and kill them. And also I have soap, so killing them's not very hard, and then it gives me the slab, and then I soap Hideous Mess. That was a lot. And I just ran through this entire level in like 10 seconds. I really should consider talking more about these levels. I need runtime for ad revenue. Ah yes, 1-4. You would think it'd be an interesting level, but no. All that happens is I get the slab revolvers and then I kill V2 with coins. Like, you've seen it all a million times. So I'm going to take the short time I have before this level ends to explain that I have no script for this video. Every single piece of recording that I am doing is one take, off rip, ad-libbing off the top of my head from content that I kind of remember recording. I just think it's funnier this way, so I'm doing it like this. Maybe it works out, who knows? Is the level over yet? Probably. Well, I mean, it's not over yet. I started this bit, I'm gonna finish this bit. I'm just gonna punch him, oh, he's dead, never mind. Bye-bye, bye-bye! Again, I was doing a bit in 1-4, but that was actually probably the most significant level yet in this run, because I just got access to slab revolvers and the knuckle blaster, which just increases my damage potential so much. The knuckle blaster is like, nice to have, I guess, but the slab revolvers just, I love slab sharpshooter so much, and slab piercer lets me do so much damage for so free. Like, it's stupid how much damage the slab piercer can do. If you're wondering why I'm calling them slab revolvers rather than alternate revolvers, it's just a community given name because you acquire the revolvers by touching slabs. We're really creative over here in the Ultrakill community, I know. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be talking about the level, aren't I? Yeah, 2-1, pretty cool level. I like the atmosphere. It doesn't introduce any new, like, enemies or anything, but the level's pretty cool. It's not very hard. I'm going to be saying that a lot. I don't think any of the levels in this game are very hard. I mean, you probably might, right? Like, some of the levels in this game are pretty difficult, especially if you're playing them on Brutal and trying to P-rank them, but I am just like a turbo virgin with 800 hours in this game. These levels are not difficult. Even when we get to P-2, I'm going to be like, ooh, this level is so hard, guys. It's not. It's not hard. I'm not going to be challenged at all. God, Requiem is such a good song. Anyway, speaking of challenge, the only thing that makes this challenge challenging, well, you can really tell I don't have a script for this, is the timer. The 2-hour timer that I am stuck on for this is the only thing that is making this even remotely hard, because every single second that I waste is going to come back to bite me in the arse. Like, the timer is tight here. I need to P-rank everything, and then get all of the secrets and all the challenges and all the secret levels. So, like, despite the fact that I'm saying these levels are easy, and that's because the levels are easy, going as fast as I am going in the levels isn't easy. Right, I promise this isn't like an easy challenge. Please watch, I need retention. Honestly, 2-3, probably a contender for my least favourite level in the game. I just have like an irrational hatred towards this level. And it's definitely got nothing to do with the fact that I died here and lost my first attempt at this run and had to spend another £20 buying Ultrakill again. Nope. Nothing to do with that. No, but seriously, this level is like, it's okay. I just don't like it for some reason. I mean, it'll become important later because it's got a secret exit, but for now, it's got a mind flare in it. It's got 2 mind flares in it. How interesting. On the list of notable things in this run, 2-4 really isn't on there. To be fair, none of the boss fights really are, with them having very simple challenges and no secrets to do. And Minos is probably one of the simplest challenges to complete, and also the simplest boss fights to beat. If it weren't for the black hole spawning halfway through the boss, you could probably just kill this guy standing still and pressing one button on your keyboard. To be fair, that's pretty much how you kill him anyway, except now you have to press the movement keys because of the black hole. Very simple level, very easy fight, and a free challenge to boot. Gluttony is the layer in Ultrakill that needs a rework the most. Okay, look, right, the level can take a back seat here, it's whatever, right, 3-1, it's okay. But the scenery of Gluttony is like such a cool idea, right, having all of the walls be moving and fleshy to really show you how grotesque the environment is. It's really cool, and it's not done anywhere other than the water in 5-2, but it doesn't work. The walls just have holes in them, right? If you look at any of the doors in Gluttony, look on the sides of them, the walls don't connect. There's just holes that lead out the map. In 3-2, you can just fall out of the map by sliding in a doorway. The bloodstains just get covered up by the moving floors because they're a static object, while the floors are a moving texture. So like they kind of clip in and out of the floors. It's really weird. And also, everything is the same texture. Like, it gives the sort of fleshy look, but oh my god, my eyes want to look at something different than this weird red pinky mush on the walls. Like, it just kind of gets samey after a while. The acid is a cool addition, but I feel like more work could be done to establish that, oh, it's meant to be like stomach acid, because that took me an embarrassingly long time to realize on my own. Maybe you realized it quickly, I didn't, maybe I'm stupid, who knows. But anyway, rework Gluttony in the Act 1 revamp, Pagita, please. Like, you're already doing Prelude and Limbo and Lust. Probably by the time this video comes out, you'll have already announced you're doing Gluttony and this will become irrelevant, but please, I beg. I totally forgot to mention that back in 2-2 we got the rail cannon. So anyway, how about Gabriel, huh? Gabriel's pretty cool, like he's a cool dude, you know. Spawns in with his big yellow beam, that's pretty cool. Tries to kill us, that's pretty cool. And then dies, actually no he doesn't die at all, what am I about? But you know what I mean, right? Like it's pretty cool, he's a cool fight, he's a cool dude. Not very hard. I'd take him out in like, what, 50 seconds, if that? Pretty easy as far as all things go. I suppose the only somewhat interesting thing of note is dumping him into the pit. Unlike hitting him into the ceiling in 6-2, this one actually requires like a little bit of setup, because you can't push him horizontally, you can only him vertically. But it's not very difficult. It's just another P rank plus challenge wombo combo in one. Now that we're entering Act 2, I feel like I'm far enough in the video as to where I can explain why there's no game audio. And that's because I forgot to record game audio until I reached violence. Yeah, that was really annoying to find out, but you know, not much I can do about it now. So anyway, 4-1 is notable for being one of the few levels you can completely ignore and just skip over in 10 seconds without cheating. Other than that, it's a pretty bog standard level. There's some filth, some strays, some soldiers. There's a double power up. The double power up is introduced in this level, and it's a cool mechanic that I feel is kind of underutilized in the entire game. It's kind of underutilized, but at the same time it's hard to balance around, so I can kind of understand why it's underutilized. But anyway, easy P ranks all around, moving on to 4-2. 4-2 is probably one of the most polarizing levels in all of Ultrakill. Some people love it and some people absolutely hate it, and I feel like most of the hate is centered around the difficulty of the level. The level is, at face value, a huge difficulty spike from anything else in the game previously, but it is also the level with the most double power-ups, and it's the level that introduces the mechanic that double power-ups can be stacked to give you triple or even quadruple weapons. So the difficulty of the level is really not that big of an issue if you just stack double power-ups. I mean, honestly, I don't really care what Hikita throws at me. If I've got 4 guns in my hands, it's not going to be on my screen for very long. So I feel like the difficulty of this level is typically overstated. It's honestly one of the simpler levels to P-rank, with the actual level being relatively straightforward and only having a couple of big fights. Big fights that are made relatively simple with the 4 guns that I have strapped to me at all times. 4-3 is Ultrakill's first and currently only dark level, and I think it should stay that way. This level is kinda mid. It's notable for having a double power-up, except no it isn't because Greed is the double power-up layer. It's also notable for having a hole in the ceiling, and a soap that I can't fully make use of because I don't have the Whiplash until next level. So, what else is here to talk about? Markipliers in this level? That's kinda it. 4-4 is a brilliant level, and not because the boss fight is one of the strongest in the game, although the V2 rematch is a very good boss fight. No. 4-4 is brilliant because I get the Whiplash, and then I go back to 4-4, use the Whiplash to get the Swordblade launcher. So I have just unlocked like 2 of the strongest weapons in the game. I mean, the Swordblade launcher is just the most broken thing in this game, don't at me. And Whiplash, I love Whiplash, I use it all the time. It's gonna make the game actually enjoyable to play, because up until this point I have been playing like wet, far Ultrakill with no Whiplash, no Swordblade launcher, no nothing. So this, good level, we like 4-4. And I guess I P-ranked it as well. I'ma be real, Wrath is probably one of my least favourite layers in the game. It's kind of like an irrational hatred, but I just don't like Wrath. 5-1 is probably the Wrath level that gets the most hate, and I don't actually know why. It's probably the level I like the most. Yeah, I like this level more than 5-3, don't even question me about it. Music goes hard. Enemy design? Actually pretty cool. The underwater physics are surprisingly fun to mess around with. Using the rail cannon in this level is a one-way ticket to killing yourself, but it also kills the entire room, so I am all for that mechanic. Now this level is broken as hell. You can just jump out. There's like a hole in the wall that you can jump out of. That's not relevant to this challenge because I'm P-ranking the levels, but you can do that. I just thought it was funny to mention that, yeah, you can just jump out a hole in the wall in this level. Anyway, running through the level, nothing too special, nothing too difficult, easy P-ranks all around. Over my time making videos for this game, I have made it abundantly clear that I really do not like 5-2, and I'm gonna make my case as to why right here, right now, while the footage plays in the background. The main reason I don't like this level is because of how thin these walkways are. Why are the walkways so thin? And then, like, if you fall off the walkway, there isn't really a chance to save yourself because the sea is, like, so close to the walkway. Like, you fall, like, a millimeter and V1 shits himself and dies and you get teleported back to the start of the level. It's annoying. I don't like it. And then also, the level's just kind of boring. Like, the enemies aren't very interesting. And the level only gets challenging when you're put into a tiny cramped room with a bunch of different things. But even then, you've got the Swordblade launcher at this point in the level, so it's not hard because you just put down a saw trap and everything's in a tiny little room and they all die. Berryman is cool, I guess, but really once you realise that his parry windows are ridiculously long, you can just walk up into his face, bonk him on the nose, and he will just, like, eat shit and die in about 10 seconds. So, yeah, I don't like this level. It's kinda mid. I'm gonna say it. Death Odyssey isn't that good. It's like a solid, like, B tier song. Like, it's okay, but there are so many better songs in this game. I'm gonna list them off right now, okay? Altars of Apostasy, Requiem, War, War Without Reason, Hear the Siren Song, World is Red. 5-3 itself is actually an alright level. I just think the scenery is a bit repetitive. The level itself is pretty good though, it's kind of fun, the dual room is fun, getting the rocket launcher is pretty cool, I finally have my full arsenal, haha, get it? That's a reference. So yeah, you know, I get the rocket launcher, the SRS cannon, and the other one, I guess. Just kind of bought it because 100% in the game, I need every weapon, I'm not going to use Firestar, other thing's shit. But yeah, pretty cool level, gives me a new weapon, not very hard, just kind of a stepping stone on the way to destroying Leviathan in like 20 seconds. Brilliant fight. So anyway, 6-1, I actually really like this level. I have shit on a lot of the levels previously, but I actually really like this one. The first half of the level we can write off, okay, that bit's kinda mid. But when you drop down into like the main part of the level, you know the drop I mean. And then the music starts playing, and the level actually gets good. Oh, it's peak. This is peak Ultrakill, except it isn't because peak Ultrakill is coming in about 3 levels. But this is pretty close. The final room here is actually one of the harder rooms in the game, with the double hideous masses and then the swords machines and the Cerberuses and all the soldiers. It's pretty cool, I like this level a lot. Is it hard to P rank? Why am I even asking this question at this point? You know the answer is no. Gabriel is known for many things, but what he isn't known for is being a difficult boss fight. This guy eats shit and dies faster than V2 does in 1-4, I swear. So I've now P-ranked all of Act 1, Act 2, and Prelude in Ultrakill, which means I have access to both Prime Sanctums and all of Violence. I'm gonna be doing Violence next, just because that's where the game takes me, and I'm gonna save both of the Prime Sanctums for the very last thing I do in this run, purely because it makes for a more exciting finish, which means I'm gonna be doing all of Violence, all the secrets, all the challenges, and all of the secret levels first, and then going back and bullying the Prime Sanctums at the very end. Yeah, that's right, we got game audio now. The budget for this video has gone up by at least 15 yen. So I said we're now entering Peak, but I actually lied because Peak comes next level. This level is just really good. 7-1 is the hardest level so far, but that's not saying a lot. It's easily the longest level so far, however. Most of the level takes place in the labyrinth itself, which isn't too difficult. It's a bunch of mannequins, some virtues, a random bull that stampedes across the map, and then you dive down into the depths and get to the bit of the level that is honestly, for the first time, unironically, kind of difficult. The Minotaur fight, at least for the portion where you're on the trams, is probably the single most annoying fight in the game, and the fight that probably challenges me the most personally, simply because it takes everything about my playstyle and makes it completely useless. I like being able to move around a lot in this game, and you can't do that with the Minotaur. You're stuck on these Sorry, I'm playing brutal. You're stuck on these 2 platforms, and sometimes you don't even get that, and then you have to kill this bull, while it throws everything it has at you. And then the bull comes back for a cheap jump scare and it's really easy and we go on to the next level. We've officially reached peak Ultrakill. 7-2, best level in the game. No, I will not stop saying this in every video where 7-2 shows up. This level is more interesting than most of the other levels, because there's a new weapon, the jackhammer. Can't wait to grab this for the 100% and then never use it again, because I prefer shotguns. Getting the jackhammer itself is really simple. You just go relatively quickly in all of the whiplash sections, click on the slabs just like in Limbo, and boom, new weapon in a hole in the ground with this thing. Don't know what that is. As for the level itself, Big Ben falls over, gutter men are here, gutter tanks are here, we blow up a wall, cause a bit of a shitstorm in a library, and go on to a suicide forest. Insert Logan Paul joke here. 7-3, another really good level. I love the tree mechanic, I love the enemies fighting each other mechanic, I love the music, I love the red sky, the ending room is really fun, and having all the enemies kinda like half fight each other, half fight you is a really cool set piece to go on to 7-4. The level itself, people say this level's hard, but like, it just isn't. If you're struggling with this level, just let the enemies kill each other, it really isn't that hard. Also, the style requirement for this level is really, really low. Like, I will find myself reaching P rank in style on this level before I'm even like a third of the way through the level. I don't know why it's so low here, and in 7-1 it feels like it's pretty high. Maybe this level's compensating for that? I don't know. Just a bit weird. Anyway, big robot time. No time to admire the amazing intro to this level, cause we need to get going and climb this motherfucker. 7-4, brilliant level. Not so good boss fight, but I don't care. This level, great. Love it. The enemies, they're kinda like there. Honestly, this level is only good because of how cool of like a set piece it is. I mean, come on, you're climbing a giant fucking murder robot. The security system on Brutal all spawning at the same time isn't an issue at all. In fact, it just lets me kill it faster than if it spawned separately like it does on Violence, so thanks Akita. The drum beat when you get inside and it's synced up to the alarm is the best part of the song, don't fight me about that, it just is. The boss fight exists. And then there's the escape sequence where you get 70 seconds to escape the level, or is it 80? I don't remember off the top of my head. And I only need like 20 seconds total, so it really isn't climactic or tense at all, because I know I am never going to need the full allotted time to leave ever. But anyway, we P-rank the final level in this game, not going through the Prime Sanctums, and I can finally move on to explaining just how we're gonna get the rest of the secrets with the time we have remaining. So, P-ranking the entire game, not including the Prime Sanctums, took 77 minutes, which is more than I expected, because apparently I suck at the game. But it is less time than a certain video. Hey, I didn't say anything. So, how on earth am I going to grab every secret, do every challenge, and beat every secret level, plus P-rank the Prime Sanctums in about 40 minutes? Seems like an impossible task, and that's because, quite frankly, it probably is. But this is where I'm cashing in my any means necessary portion of the video. If you didn't know, secrets, challenges, and secret levels for whatever reason count while you have cheats enabled. So I'm gonna channel my inner Billy Mitchell, and I'm gonna cheat. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, this doesn't count. Like, obviously this doesn't count. Well, my response to that is, Akita says it counts. So I say it counts. It's my video, fuck you! Now yes, I know, speedrunners have been able to 100% the game in under 2 hours, but I'm not a speedrunner. And odds are neither are you. And odds are you couldn't do this, even with cheats, so I don't want to hear it, zip it. This isn't the freebie that you might think it is. I still have very little time to actually go through all the levels and get all the secrets, so I need to know exactly where every secret is on the map without actually going through the level itself. I just need to know exactly where it is. I also need to know exactly how to do each challenge, and I also need to know exactly how to unlock every secret level. All of this combined, for your average person, would be pretty difficult. There's about 100 secrets in this game total, so that's a lot to remember. For me, I have 800 hours in this game, so I have more than enough game knowledge to fire off every single secret one by one, with just enough time left over at the end to P-rank the Prime Sanctums. Now you very well may think that this doesn't count, but my response to that is, haha, funny levels are yellow. Don't look at me, I'm not the one who coded this game, go blame Hakita or something. Now at time of recording this video, I only had one monitor, so I had pretty much no idea how long I had actually taken to reach the Prime Sanctums, which means I had no idea how long I had to P-rank them. I can tell you I had about 10 minutes remaining before hit 2-hour mark, but I didn't know this at all. I was in the dark. And for most people, P-ranking P1 and P2 on Brutal in under 10 minutes is an impossible task. But once again, I'm not most people. I've played this game way too much, so this is a piece of cake, as you're about to see, where I destroy Minos in P-1. Honestly, that wasn't even that good of a kill. Like, I kinda messed it up, I could have done so much better, but whatever, it works, it gets me in the P rank, off to P-2 we go. Now P-2 is the final level in the game. For now, Hakita, please release Fraud and Treachery. And this level, especially on Brutal, is hard. It can catch you off guard, it can catch anyone off guard. It can kill anyone if they're not paying attention. I have about 7 or 8 minutes left to P-rank this level, which for most people is probably the amount of time it takes them, which would make this an incredibly tight timer. However, as you're about to see, I'm not even going to need 5. Yeah, that's right, I can put effort into my editing if I want to. So anyway, with the main level cleared, all that stands in my way between victory and having to spend another £20 is the Panopticon and Sisyphus. So what I really mean is the only thing that stands in my way is Sisyphus, because the cube isn't gonna do a whole lot. Panopticon might be a total pushover, but I much prefer it to Flesh Prison. Oh my god, I hate Flesh Prison so much. But anyway, now all that stands in my way is the big yellow man himself, and if you know anything about me and my channel, then you'll know that this is kind of my specialty. Sisyphus really doesn't stand much of a chance against me, just because of how much I fought him throughout all of my time playing this game. It doesn't mean he's not challenging, it just means that I have mastered this fight down to a T. You see what I mean now? But anyway, with that last punch to the balls, I have just managed to 100% all of Ultrakill on brutal difficulty in under 2 hours. Which means that that's a challenge well done. And that is a refund that I am about to claim right here, right now. Oh, and also, in case you didn't believe me about the under 5 minutes, there you go. Okay, well, I mean, here we are. 117 minutes to 100% all of Ultrakill on brutal with a little bit of cheating. We're going to ignore that. Any means necessary. So now, all that's left to do is to refund the game. I don't refund Steam games. Okay, well, here we are. I would like to request a refund of Ultrakill. I'm gonna have to censor so much of this. Game is too difficult, Yep, submit, yeah, And there you go. We've refunded Ultrakill after 100% completing it by any means necessary.